What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news extra. As you can see, we're going to talk about Bremer, not just Bremer, because according to the rumors, we're not done yet. And we know we are not done yet because we need more ingoing and outgoing. But the main topic will be Bremer. We'll go into detail and then we'll move on to what is the next bit of work the club is going to do, incomings and outgoings. We'll take a look at that and yeah, stay tuned. Let's get into it. As you can see, on my right side, on my left side for me, we have Bremer. He arrived to Torino. I think when people are watching this video, he's having his medical, but this is a pic when he arrived at the airport when I'm recording the video. So we signed Bremer. We start off with the obvious thing. We needed a defender. We lost the leg. We needed a defender. We needed a ready-made defender. No project or whatever you want to call it. No high risk, maybe high reward, but not sure. We needed someone who could come into the team and can play right away. That's what we needed, and we got that. That was my main fear when we sold the leg. I was like, is the club ready to move on quickly, immediately? Because we start the season in 2 weeks, something like, oh no, that's not true. In 3 weeks, something more than 3 weeks, the season starts. So there was not much time, and that was the main issue, or like the main issue, that was the main topic. Like, we have no time to waste, and you will see when we go into the numbers why I think the club also felt that way, because we know we were in for Koulibaly, he didn't want to join. At that point, we were all like looking around what's going to happen. It was Paul Torres, it was Gabriel, Badiashile, Milenkovic, Bremer, like all the names kind of looked impossible. And the Bremer one, the most out of all, to be honest. Like, let's be completely honest, because he agreed with Inter, but Inter made the mistake of not closing that deal. Also because they couldn't close that deal. They don't have the cash. They were trying to sell Skriniar, but PSG were just taking their time because they knew Inter needed to get rid of Skriniar. So I think PSG was sitting there and saying, we're gonna do it on our terms, because you guys want to sell, we want him, but like, we can get him if needed in 3 weeks time. I think that was the main issue regarding the whole situation, because he agreed to join Inter 2 months ago. Everything was done, all those things, but then you know what happened. We sold the leg, we got the cash, and we swooped in. And I gotta give the club credit, because we needed a defender big time. We needed him now, and they got him. They got him now. So credit to them. We go into the numbers. Okay, it's not confirmed, but let's say it's something between 40 and 50 million euros. It's 41 plus 9, it's 40 plus 7. Let's say there's around 48 million euros, including bonuses. It's 40 million is a transfer fee. Let's keep it at that for now. So those are the bonuses. I read that half of the bonuses are quite easy to reach. So let's say we're gonna pay 45 million euros for Bremer in total. Is that a bad deal? Is that overpaying? Now, I'm not going to be a hypocrite, because I've said it many times, and I think this confirms why I believe I was right. I'm not saying I'm right, but I believe I was right, because that's what I believe. When we were talking about the lake, I was like, you cannot sell for 70, 75 because the market is crazy. I think this proves the market is crazy, because is Bremer did we overpay? Yes and no. Like, the price, yeah, but in this current market situation, whatever, that's the price. And especially if you're going in a bidding war, it wasn't really a bidding war with Inter. Like, they were offering a loan, cash, a player, overvaluing a player. Again, that's the market. That's what they were trying to do. Overprice a youngster who didn't play a single minute in Serie A, not even in Serie B, just under 19s football. But that's what Inter were doing. They were overpricing the player. So everything in this market is overpriced, in my opinion. So it is what it is. I think we also overpaid a bit, because we needed a defender now. That's just the situation. And I think you can haggle, but we didn't have time to haggle. That was the main point. And also for the league, we didn't have the time to haggle. The league deal, when you look at the numbers, it looks bad. Like, let's be completely honest. It's 67 plus 10 million euros. So even if you hit the 10, it's 77. It's not a good deal for the league. But we didn't have the time to haggle. I think if you haggle for 3 more weeks, you will get more money out of Bayern. But we didn't have the time. On top of that, I think because the agent fee for Pogba was almost nothing, like 2, that's actually crazy for a free agent of that level. I think it was deliberately that low. I think they had an agreement with his agent somehow saying, we let the league leave, we'll drop the price a little bit, but the agent fee for Pogba should almost be none. And that's a theory, with the fact that we needed to move quickly, also because we wanted Bremer, all those things. I think that's why the transfer fee is low and high for one. It's a theory. I think it's that. I hope it's that, because otherwise it's not a good indication for the future, because that means we absolutely can't sell. Like, we struggle to sell players, to overprice players. And we were overpricing 90, 100 million. That was overpricing the league, but that's the market. That's what I was basing it on. But yeah, we got Bremer. We got our midfielder. We got our center back, or starting center back. He's here. He will have his medical. I think while you're watching this video, or already has done his medical, he can go on the tour. Great. He can get to know his teammates, get to know the club, coach, all those things. And he can start the 14th of August against Zaniolo. That's good news. That's positive news. So credit for the club to get it done, because it was, at some point it felt like it's not going to happen. He's going Inter, blah, 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 all those things. The club got it done. Credit to them. We needed him. And yeah, that's good news. That's very good news. But we need more ingoings and outgoings. I think everybody knows that. It has been reported, all those things. And we will go into that a little bit, because it was mainly Bremer news. But there were some news here and there, some interesting news. So before we get into it, I want to announce something new. We do have finally our member prediction league. That's going to start the 14th of August when we start playing Sassuolo. So it's very simple. If you want to participate in the prediction league, you need to become a member. You can join the Discord group. In the group, you have a chat, all those things, fun things, wallpapers, all those things. But also, you can be part of the prediction league and you can win stuff, as you can see. First place, official jersey. Second place, 15 euros gift card for the Juventus store. And third place, a year free membership for the following season. So yeah, that's that. That's going to start soon. If you want to join, become a member. And yeah, as you can see, you can win many prizes during the season. You get wallpapers. We do more giveaways during the season. If you're a member, you have a very a much higher chance to win the giveaway. So that's also a bonus. But yeah, Members Prediction League going to start this year. If you want to join the members club, hit the members button, DM me or the main account, Bianco Nerazzone, on Twitter, and I will sort that out, that you can join the members Discord group, and you can join the prediction league. But yeah, let's get into the news now. The next bit of news is Zaniolo. Because let's say like 2-3 weeks ago, it was like, it's close. It's gonna get done really quickly. We want him. Zaniolo wants to join. Roma wants him out. Blah, blah, blah. All those things. Now, it has gone quiet. Completely quiet. Now, I believe it went completely quiet because we were dealing with the De Ligt situation, trying to move him on and needing to find a replacement. I think that was the main focus. That should be the main focus, and the club focused on that. That needed to be done. Because Zaniolo, I don't think that's the main priority anyway, even with Bremer now. But I think that was a situation. But now Bremer is done. Things need to pick up again if you want to get Zaniolo. Now, a lot of things been happening in the media saying, of course, Roma got Dybala, all those things. But they're saying first, Now Dybala joined, Zaniolo will leave. Now they're saying they're keeping them both, all those things, whatever. We don't really know what Roma want to do, apparently. But if you listen to the better sources, the good sources, they're still claiming Roma want to sell, Zaniolo wants to join, and Juve still wants Zaniolo. But what Romeo is saying is it's a standby phase now. Juve continue to include Arthur in the negotiation, while Roma only want 15 million euros cash. I'm not saying that the operation could not happen, dead in the water, but it's all to be monitored. Now, I think Roma wants Zaniolo, but not in that deal, not on a permanent deal, and that's the sticking point. I don't think the club, at this moment in time, not a struggle, because it's not impossible. Like, it's not, if it happens, I'm like, oh my god, the club really paid that money. I think at this moment in time, I think the club is taking a step back. I don't think they're going to pay 40 million plus 10. I think they want to knock off that price. And if Romeo's news is correct, I think with the player, even without the player, they want to knock off that price. That's the main thing I think they're trying to do. And we will talk about Arthur later on in this video. But I think that's what the club wants to do. I don't think the club is going to pay 50 million euros cash, whatever, 40 plus 10, loan, all those things. I don't think the club is really going to do that. Also because we're the only club really in for him. And going off the same reports, news, all those things, Zaniolo's not really keen of signing a new deal, and Roma's not really keen about giving him a new deal, because they know if they need to give him a new deal, that wage needs to be bumped up a lot, and Roma are not really keen on doing that at the moment. So things can change really quickly, but that's the situation at the moment. I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat, do you believe we need Zaniolo first? Like, is he a priority? And do you think we will still get him? Because I have a feeling, I don't know, like, I have a feeling it really is a standby phase, like a big time. Also because the Morata rumors are heating up, and they have nothing to do with each other, like player-wise, on the pitch, all those things. But Keane wanted to leave, but there's no real offer, no strong links, and you hear some leaks now saying, oh, he can stay, he can be the backup, he can play on the left, all those things. Morata's coming in because that's what Allegri wants. That's the news. Di Marzio's reporting it, everyone, Nico Schira's reporting it. Juve are again in talks with Atletico to bring Morata back to the club, loan with an option, all those things. Now, if you give me the option saying you can get Morata or Zaniolo, I will say Zaniolo. Why? I do like Morata, but I think it's time to move on. He's on big wages. He's on 6 million euros. We already paid 20 mil to loan him for 2 seasons, and we're going to pay at least another 20 mil. That's 40 mil for Morata. I think that's too much on 6 million euros. I think that's too much. I don't want to see Morata on the left. I really don't. Like, he can do a job for a game or something, but I don't want to see him play on the left many games, especially until Chiesa is back, all those things. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. I'm not. Like, for a game here and there, fine, but not for an entire season. And with an entire season, I mean like 20 or like 15 games, 12 games. That's too much. I don't want to see that. Even 10 games, I don't want to see that. But that's Allegri's wish. He wants a Morata back, and Simeone doesn't want Morata. So, like I've said many times, I do believe that deal will happen towards the end of the Mercato. That's what I've always said. Let's see how that will develop. But the Zaniolo thing, because Di Marzio's saying it's linked, I don't really understand why it's linked. Is it linked? The only reason I could understand why it's linked, it's money. It's money-wise, but not position or player for player, because that makes no sense. But let's see. Starting from tomorrow, I think we need to focus on sales now, and we'll go into that. And we still need to bring in players. We know that. And the player we could bring in, that's a mistake. It's from Giovanni Albanese. It's not from Romeo Cressy. So Giovanni Albanese said, in my opinion, you have to keep an eye on Milenkovic. Rugani could leave Juve. That was from Giovanni Albanese, not Romeo Cressy. It's a mistake I made in the graphic. But there are more and more rumors, like leaks, that Juve want to move on Rugani. I'm all for that. He's been here a while. He's been loaned out. Like it's kind of pointless, and he's on €3 million and a half. But that's the main issue. Who's gonna pay that money? Is he gonna take a pay cut? All those things. That's that. That's that. Now, Milenkovic. I've always said he will be a great backup. If you bring in Milenkovic, great backup. But at this point, I want a left-footed center back if we're gonna bring in someone else. Because we have too many right-footed. But Milenkovic is a great option. Do I think we're gonna get another center back? No, I don't believe that for one bit, that we are gonna sign another center back. I wanted 2 center backs when we lost Chiellini, and we were like under the belief, that De Ligt was gonna stay. Even with Gatti, I was like, we need 2. Then De Ligt leaves, and I'm pretty certain from my point of view that we need 2 midfielders to replace De Ligt and Chiellini. I don't think Rugani cuts the mustard. Gatti is very unknown. We don't know what's gonna happen. Bonucci, we know how he's playing lately, injuries, all those things. And then we have Bremer in now. I think that's too thin. Like there's like one injury and you're playing Champions League football with Gatti or Rugani in the starting lineup. Not really sure if it's gonna work. But let's see how that will develop. At the moment, I don't see us bringing in another center back, Milenkovic in this case. But let's move on to the last bit of news, and that's sales. It's Arthur, but I'm gonna talk about sales in general because I will read the Arthur news. It's from the Daily Mail. Arsenal, after a long interest in January, are back in for Arthur. The player is not expected to leave for the Bianconeri's American tour, and the club would be happy to find a buyer. Allegri, in fact, would have decided to focus on other types of midfielders, so the Brazilian is either for sale or he can leave on a loan. That's from the Daily Mail. There are more rumors, reports that Arsenal are thinking about going in for Arthur again. Now, that's need to be seen. I'm not sure that's gonna happen. All those things. But we need to move on from Arthur. Like his agent said, we need to look for a different solution. But there are no solutions. There are no rumors at the moment. And that's the same for Keane, as I said minutes ago. Same for Rabiot and same for Pellegrini. Apparently, according to reports, all these players asked the club to be sold, to be moved on. But none of those players have real offers. Now that's an issue. I think the Romano report was like a month ago saying Rabiot wants out and he's looking around. Ever since that day, we heard absolutely nothing. Like nothing at all. So I do believe Rabiot was going to stay. I do believe Arthur will leave at the end. I do believe Ramsey will leave at the end. I'm not sure Pellegrini is going to leave. Because we loaned out Cambiasso. If you're going to sell Pellegrini, you just have Sandro. And I don't want to hear Chilo going to play on both sides and Danilo and Quadrado on the other side. Because that ain't it. I'm sorry. If you sell Pellegrini, get a proper left back. Do it. Just do it. Don't do, but he can play on 2 positions. We can use Danilo and Quadrado, or we can even use Danilo as a center back, or we can do this. Like, don't put puzzle. Don't make it complicated. If you sell Pellegrini, bring in a left back. A good one, of course. But yeah, at the moment, that's the situation. And that's also an issue because the players the players asked the club to be sold. Juve wants to move on from these players, but there are no offers. And I think the coming 2 weeks, that will be the focus. Getting rid of some players and then maybe come back in and get another center back. Look at the backup striker or whatever. Go back in for Zaniolo. I think that's what's going to happen because we need to focus on sales also now. I think that's kind of important at this moment in time. But yeah, that's the news. It was all Bremer. That's why it's kind of that news extra. But expect more news to come out starting from tomorrow, especially starting from Thursday. I'm going to say. Before I wrap it up, I'm going to say it one more time. As you can see, the Members Prediction League is going to happen this season. We talked about it all season long. It's going to happen. Join the Members Club. You get access to the Discord group, the Discord chat, members chat, exclusive chat, giveaways, all those things. And the Prediction League, that's new. Prediction League, you know what it is. We start with the first game. Winner wins Juve jersey. Second place, €50 gift card for the Juve store. Third place, a 1-year free membership on the YouTube channel. Join the members club. If you do, DM me or the main account on Twitter or Instagram, and I will sort that out. Then you get into the Discord group and you can participate in the Prediction League. If you join, thanks in advance for supporting the channel. As you can see, you can win many prizes. You can have a chat with all the members, all those things. It's always fun. You can come on the channel. As you can see, like Malik, Misak, Davide, Dash, all those guys come on the channel. So yeah, it's fun. Consider doing it. And yeah, then I'm gonna thank everybody for watching the video. It's a daily extra, Bremer. As you can see, we got the guy. Excited to see him play. Maybe we're gonna see him play on Friday or Saturday for me. Saturday midnight, because we play our first friendly game against Chivas. So maybe we're gonna see Bremer. Who knows? I think we are gonna see him if he's on tour, by the way. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Like and subscribe as always. Turn that notification bell on, and we will see you back later today with a coach's corner from Bremer and a live and probably a daily. So stay tuned for that. Ciao.